Alrighty, welcome back to the No Nonsense Podcast. This is episode 34. We're running the graveyard shift tonight. It's just me and Big Donna. The other two fellas, I mean, they got other priorities right now. Wishful thinking for my man's Trent. Our man might be having a little Trent run around again, his second one. So prayers out to him for a successful delivery. But we'll run through some quick topics. We'll knock out some NBA topics, me and Donna, as well as we'll run through some NFL combine information. We got a little bit of certain segments that we like to touch on, and then we'll jump right into the no nonsense parlay. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. So let's just jump right into it. I mean, I was just crazy. My eyes were blown away. Um, Dame dropping 71.
Bro.
Yeah, I literally I think I texted the group. I'm like, "Yo, Dame's got 43 at half," and then I'm like,
Yeah. You texted me that. Tyson texted me that. My whole phone was blown up. I was asleep because I'd work the next morning. But I woke up the next morning, checked the stats. He needed 71, got off work, and watched the game. Like, I was like, how the fuck he scored 71? And I don't know how you felt about it, but this motherfucker was out there playing an all-star game, bro. Shot 22 threes. Like, he was just one dribble past the logo, pulling up. Like, I don't know. That shit. The
"Yeah,
NBA just I want to say it's no defense, but you can't guard him when he's literally one dribble past half court just shooting it. Like
that shit had me heated." Especially when you have a Jeremiah Grant ticket for 15 plus points. He has 13 in the third. And then the fourth quarter, they're letting Dame shoot every shot. What
yeah,
pisses me off is I don't know if they're trying to respect the game or they're trying to make super highlights, but the Rockets coach should be fired. They never double teamed him whatsoever. Not even from when they handed the ball off from half court, and then Dame's just walking down shooting threes on the bum players on the Rockets. So
everybody. He's just everybody.
yeah,
No
like
one was there. They were going under screens the whole game too. Like I didn't understand it.
at all
Like they have no intensity when they play basketball. None.
with the screens, I don't understand why they're not doubling him and letting him just pass it to whoever.
I don't know.
But
I have no idea. But that
other
game
than
was
that,
absolutely nuts. That shit
yeah,
was
that
nuts.
71 points, that's still crazy.
That shit is
I,
nutty.
I'm starting to get a feel this season, man. I mean, I know it's when we're getting closer towards the end, but I mean, him, Donovan Mitchell doing this crazy shit, but Donovan did it in like overtime.
Yeah, Donovan did it in overtime and he did it efficient as fuck.
Yeah, Dame's just
Like Dame did it on 22 3-point attempts. Like Donovan Mitchell went crazy. I think Donovan Mitchell scored like 17 points in the like fourth quarter and overtime. Like he went absolutely nuts the last 5 minutes of the fourth and just carried his team. Like they
yeah,
needed that from him. Against good defense, he was just getting at will getting to his spots. Dame was just coming. Dame was chucking. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He
it was
was
like a rec
chucking.
game. That's all
That's
it
what
was.
I'm saying. He was
Like
still
the kid
playing
at
in
the
the All-Star
YMCA.
game, bro.
Yeah, the YMCA just walking down the court.
It's
Just
just he did what he wanted. Shout
yeah,
out Dame
I
for
love him though. But
winning. That shit was great. Yeah,
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. But
All right. Well, let's just get this out of the way. It's literally the last 2 days have been like the saddest injury news I've ever seen. Like literally two of my favorite players.
yeah, it's tough.
You got yesterday they announced that LeBron's gonna be out for quite a bit of time.
At least 2 weeks.
Saw him in a
At
boot
best.
tonight.
Yeah, at best 2 weeks. He's in a boot. They stay minimizing his injuries. Like they're not as severe as they are. They did it earlier this season. And they're saying at least 2 weeks. I'd be surprised. It looks like at least a month. They're not making the playoffs. They're not pushing the play in anymore.
Yeah, I
They're
don't know what
done.
they're doing.
Like
Did you see?
Anthony Davis tonight, 28, 20, and 5 blocks, and they still lost by double digits
Yeah,
to the
still taking
Grizzlies.
out. Yeah.
Like he can't do 28 and 20 and you lose?
Did you see they
Like
took Dennis Schroeder out?
they
Off at,
deservedly. I
yeah,
watched that shit live,
gave
bro.
up. Yeah, that. And then
Then he got mad at AD.
yeah, like come on now. Did you see the when they played Dallas when they had that super comeback?
Yeah, when
See
LeBron
the
chased down.
no, you see the one where he's on the he's doing the inbound and he's standing in front of Patty Mahomes and he's like, "Yeah, you aren't the only one playing on a fucked up ankle." See him say that?
I didn't hear him say that. That's crazy
Yeah.
as fuck.
And then literally the next day he's
Yeah, he's done.
yeah. And then the
What
second one was I mean, this one's just terrible because now it's starting to see it's an ongoing thing and I hope it doesn't plague his career. But
like his brother?
yep, they announced LaMelo out for the season or the remainder of the season. Last night he had a no contact or a non-contact injury. I think he fractured his ankle.
Yeah, that's
And yeah, man. He needs to get a new shoe or something. Puma
Yeah,
ain't.
it's got to be something to do with that dumbass ball brand, bro. They fucked them kids' goddamn ankles up, like him and his brother. It's just
It's the
oh,
same with
sorry for that.
I don't know if you ever kept up with them back in the day, but Jello had the third brother had the worst ankles.
Yeah, that's what Tyson was telling me.
So
He
it's
said
literally
all
all
of them
three
were fine.
brothers.
Yeah, just bad ankles.
It's crazy. They're
But
like Steph in the beginning of his career, but I mean, hopefully it turns
yeah,
around.
and I mean Lamelo's still young enough, and it's not like it's as severe as Lonzo's. Like Lonzo literally, I think he's jogging again, but it's a long road, and at least the Hornets aren't good, and they can afford to just they were not tanking, but they were tanking anyway. Like just call it a season, come back next year healthy, hopefully.
That team's if there's a team that's borderline like ran to the ground as much as like the Rockets, the Hornets
Yeah, I
organization.
was gonna say it's the Rockets are first though. Like the Rockets are the worst franchise in the NBA,
Yeah,
and then it's the Hornets. Like the
but it's
Rockets
up
just
there. But the crazy thing is the Hornets have talent. It's just like, man,
so do the Rockets. The Rockets look like a fucking dominant ass AAU squad. They got a bunch of hoopers,
okay,
no
okay.
NBA players.
Yeah, you put it like that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like the Rockets, like scoring is not an issue for them. They can all get in a bag and get a bucket and do what they need to do. Like
They're just
I
not
love,
professionals,
I
bro.
love watching Sengun. I love watching Jalen
Oh,
Green.
I love him.
I
Yeah.
love watching KPJ before he got hurt. Like I love watching those guys, but they don't play together. They don't play in sync. They don't play like an NBA team. They play like a bunch of
AU basketball
dominant
players.
AAU basketball guys. Like, hey, it's
Yep.
my turn to go get a bucket. Like that's what they look like on the court.
Yep.
With the Hornets, my biggest thing with them was they just don't play their young talent. Now they're not gonna have a choice with LaMelo out, but like
Yeah.
I ain't seen Book Night all season. Like literally all season, I ain't seen Book Night one time.
Dude, but when he plays, he seems so scared. I don't know what's up with him.
Right, but it's because he only gets 3 minutes a game. He can't fuck up or he's gonna get benched.
Yo, you know who I loved in college? I mean, this is a little off topic, but this kid I loved in college that I didn't even know he was on the Utah Jazz and he played tonight. The boy Johnny Juzang from the UCLA last year. He's like the half Asian, half black dude.
No idea who you're talking about, to be honest with you.
Dude, he's like one of the best players in the nation. I didn't even know he was on the Jazz until tonight. He came out and splashed a three, and they're like, it's his first minutes of the season. I'm like, when the
Where the
fuck did
fuck? Right.
he? Yeah. But
That's
nah.
crazy.
Um, I mean, we could touch a little bit of Trent's topic since he's not here. I think this one would have been different. You would have asked me before All Star break. Top five scoring point guards?
Yeah.
Because there's a dude who's now my number one, and at the rate he's going, it's just
Now let me hear it.
um. I'm going currently.
Yeah, currently, right now, today.
Dame's number one.
Well, yeah, because he's gonna be dropping 40 bombs the rest of the season.
The This is where it just gets murky though, because if we're doing by Trent's criteria, where it's scoring point guards, man, it was Steph should be there, but he ain't playing. It would have been Kyrie before he got traded. It's I would say Ja, but like the Ja I saw tonight in the third quarter is not the Ja I saw in the first half.
See, I missed the first half because I was fucking bowling with the fam, with
Dude,
the
he was
wife.
turning the
So
ball over. He was just
yeah,
not like it seemed like he wasn't caring.
I asked Tyson what the fuck happened. He didn't respond to me. One of what happened in that first half was because he was 3 for 14. So is he
Dude,
just missing those floaters, or was he just
bricking floaters. And then he was
yeah,
bricking I mean, he wasn't really bricking jump shot like three pointers, but they were just going in and out. And
right?
then in the third quarter, I'm just like, whoa, what just happened?
See, that's when I got home right at the start of the third. And I turned the game on, and he went off for 28, and I was like, "Oh, we won!" Like you're not stopping Job. And I saw he had 20 in the third, and I was like, "Wait, he's only got 34 points. Like, what the fuck did he do in the first half?"
And then if you would have, I would say Luca in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, he was like unstoppable.
Luca's still in the top five though. Like,
He's
there's not there's
he's
yeah,
there.
he's there. He's
I
probably
think
two.
Trey's fallen off a little bit because it's
I
like,
think Trey is bad.
what trade do you get?
Yeah, he's just the most inconsistent.
It's the same with Darius Garland though,
I think Trey might be the most overrated point guard in the NBA.
bro. I was literally having an argument with one of my buddies. He was trying to compare to me that Trey's a better point guard and better scorer than Dame, and he was trying to break it down
In
his like
what way?
stats before the All Star break. They had very similar stats,
Right.
but now it's like, yeah, fuck out of here.
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that anyway.
Yeah,
Because Trey has another guy. Like when Trey's having a bad night, he doesn't need to keep chucking. He can play off ball. When Dame's having a bad night, he doesn't have he doesn't have a choice. Like he's still got to put up 30 shots. Like he has to do that.
Hold on. So who's yours? Because like this list could get flipped in any direction.
So mine is kind of crazy.
Should be, yeah.
Obviously it's me, so we know Jaws in there, right? But number one is it's still Luca. Luca's still number one for me.
Okay. I mean, I get it.
Because
Yeah.
any given night, I literally to back this up, I'm gonna go to the first time. This is before Kyrie, obviously, very beginning of the season, and they played the Grizzlies. I tuned in, and Luca had their first 4 points. It was some off-ball foul. He's at half court, and he just throws the ball up. He's random cashed it. And the second he did that, I was like, he's giving us 50. And sure enough, in the first quarter, he had 24 points. And then he sat up came back in the second after his break and had 17. And I'm like, bro, like when he's in his bag, there's nothing you can do to stop him. He is so smooth with the basketball. He's so patient. He
We're
can
talking
get to
about
his
Luca, right?
spot. Yeah.
Yeah,
He can get to
100%.
he can get to his spot whenever he wants.
Yeah,
Luca's that
100%.
guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Two is Dame. And
As of right now, this boy
yeah,
is just
yeah, it's Dame. And to be honest, Dame and Steph are they're so similar in the fact that when they're hot, they are number two. Steph is three for me, just because he's not playing and Dame is on fire.
okay.
But
So
when
yeah,
Steph comes back, if Steph catches fire, Steph would be two and Dame would be three. Like those two to me, you can swap them. They do the same things. Steph plays better off ball. I think Dame creates his own shot better than Steph. So it just depends on who's hot that day.
I don't think
Um,
Steph needs to do that though. Like,
do what? Create for himself?
so here's the difference. Dame's eventually going to fall off because this is not sustainable.
No, it's not.
And Steph, like, he could have these pop off games, but he doesn't need to carry that load every single night with that
For
type of
sure.
team. Yeah. No, but if you're doing it where we ain't including injuries and this and that, I'm taking right now just the current
Mm-hmm.
run.
Right.
It would be Dame for me, but obviously it's Luca for the whole season.
Right.
And then it would probably be Luca, Steph, Dame, and then this is where it gets fun. I mean, you can throw in
Yeah, Jaws four for me, and then it's Darius Garland.
Garland. Okay.
I
So
like
I'm
Garland.
I'm
I
counting
think
Kyrie when he was on the Nets, and
okay.
when Katie started falling off a little bit, I was all over.
I'm not mad at you for
Yeah.
saying Kyrie. Kyrie is
Wow.
when he's in his bag, he's in his bag. I mean, there's just not much you could do. But for me, Darius Garland, I think has been more consistent. And I know even when he's not scoring, I think DG is a great point guard. But he can get in his when Donovan Mitchell
I'll give you
wasn't
that.
playing, Darius Garland was that guy when he was the number one option. He was him. Don't forget
Yeah.
what he did last year. Don't forget what he was doing when Donovan Mitchell's not there. He's the number
Hmm.
two guy. And when again, I watch every Grizzlies game. We were playing Cleveland. We strapped the piss at Donovan Mitchell. Had a terrible game. Him and Brooks got ejected because Brooks kicked him in his dick. But he was having a terrible game before that. Guess who went the fuck off? Darius Garland at 36, 11, and 9. Like, bro went
It's
crazy.
not consistent for me though.
I mean,
But
he
then,
does.
but then again, who else? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not putting Trey Young up there personally. I'm not. I know Trent and Johnny when they watch this are gonna hate me for it, but I'm not a Trey Young guy. I don't like him. I think he's a good playmaker. I don't think he's elite like everybody else says he's elite. I think he's a good playmaker.
definitely a liability on defense. That's a cone.
Right, but even I'm just if you take out scoring and you want to put offensive point guards, he's still not in my top five. I just think there's five better.
For I'll take Okay, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he'd
And
probably be six, but
let's be honest. If Lamelo's not hurt, are you taking Lamelo over Trey Young? Like if Lamelo's season didn't just end?
so I'm biased, and I
You're,
think I'll take Lamelo every day, all day, but I'll probably get roasted for that if
I mean,
people.
I'm right. I don't like Trey Young, so I'm right there with you. We can hate on him
Yeah,
together. I'm
yeah,
right there
and
with
I'm
you.
not hating
But
him. I
I
just
don't.
think he's behind them.
I think Trey Young's just overrated. I think he took the Hawks to an ECF and everyone gassed his fucking head up, and now he's just down here chucking from the hash because he
When
can't do anything
it
else.
was a soft Easter on that time, bro.
But I can't. I don't know if he did not have that ECF run, which he did, so I'm not taking it from him. But if he didn't do that, we would not be looking at Trey Young the way we are.
I
Period.
would say, yeah, sure,
Period. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going with
hell yeah,
yeah.
dude. Jordan Poole went crazy.
He just snapped.
He has 24 all of a sudden,
I told you, bro. All
and
you gotta do
they're
is get
they're
hot.
catching up now. But yeah,
That's
so
good for
I mean,
fantasy.
I
I got
think
hurt
you
at
and
the
I are
wrong
very
time.
similar. We usually have similar takes when it comes to that. I'm sure
Yeah.
those guys would probably gas up
Trey,
Trey. I'm sure
you know
Ja's not
Johnny.
even their top five.
Oh no, they'll hate on John just because I like Ja.
But the thing is like, man, you
Okay,
take
but even if you put Trey Young in, Josh still got to be in that five. It's Lucas, Steph, Dame, Trey, and Ja. If you're putting Trey above Ja,
man, I mean, there's a little sleeping on Kyrie, but I get it. I'm not the biggest Darius Garland fan. That dude's so hit or miss for me too, bro.
I love Darius Garland. I just love his game because I look at what he did last year with the Cavs before Donovan Mitchell got there. Like he proved
Dude,
he could
yeah,
be that guy.
he had an overachieving season. The thing is like when I think of point guards, man, I don't see Trey or even Darius Garland on a Kyrie level.
I wouldn't be mad at you putting Kyrie over them. I wouldn't
Okay.
be mad at it. I didn't because I know the
Ja, I
position he's
mean,
in now. That's the
I
reason
like
I
Ja
didn't.
because he's like super athletic and he's crazy right now, but dude, is that jump shot so broke to me though, man?
Hey,
When
he's got good nights and bad nights.
when I
Like
think of a scoring point guard, I'm just like, yo, he ain't shooting me a three, bro. I'll
I mean,
take Kyrie.
he's
I'll
shooting
take
like
Kyrie.
34% this year. He ain't shooting terrible. He's
Okay.
shooting league average. Like it's average. Probably
Oh,
not for point guards. That's not average, but as far as the NBA goes, it's average. Um. Also, John's been in a slump lately, and we got to remember that he's
that was his
missing.
first good night tonight.
Yeah, where he's missing his best friend who gets him open in Steven Adams. So,
I never really
and
thought to this day that he's that much of a difference, but he really is.
bro, when you watch the Grizzlies half court, especially now, because I mean everyone's watched the Grizzlies last 3 nights. We played Embiid, we played Jokic, and we played the Lakers. Like we were on primetime the last 3 nights. Everybody saw it. Without Steven Adams there to help Ja get to the bucket and screen off his defense, because Steven Adams will screen his and then roll and then body up his man getting position. So Ja's got a free lane every time. We just don't have that body.
It's true.
Ja's got to rely on that floater more. And as you said in the first half, he was just bricking that 5 to 10 foot floater. Once that goes in, you saw the third quarter. You can't guard Ja. You can't do it. So
I
he's in
get
there
it.
for me. But
Alrighty. And then let's see that. Is your segment NBA?
yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
jump into your segment then.
All right, cool. So my shit would have been a lot more fun with a lot more people
The crew's here.
if the crew was here, obviously. But shout out Trent. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything goes well for you tonight. Um, and Johnny, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but stay safe. Anyway, so
GG's.
yeah, right. I'm about to do a 1v1 and a 2v2 with you just because it's just us.
Let's
So I
do it.
was gonna say the 2v2 for the next pod, but
Oh, this is the fun one. Okay.
this is just us. So we're gonna do a 1v1 tourney. All right. So first up on the list, we got Kobe Bryant. This is everybody in their prime.
101?
1-on-1.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant versus James Harden.
That that's easy.
Yeah.
I think Kobe Bryant. I mean, people say that he might have been the best like one-on-one player of all time.
So you're going Kobe.
Yeah, all day.
MJ or Steph?
MJ or Steph?
Steph.
No, I'm taking MJ all day. You gonna
Yep.
body little Steph.
KD or LeBron?
See, this is 101 we're talking about.
1-on-1. It's
I'm
1-on-1
still taking
basketball.
LeBron James.
Okay. And then you got AI versus Kyrie.
I gotta take AI, bro. But
Yeah,
I
you were just talking about Kyrie doing all this and that.
but then we're talking about 101, man.
And I think Kyrie's got one of the deepest bags in the NBA,
I
like
do.
ever.
I do, but
So 1-on-1 is AI staying in front of him.
yes. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think each player is stopping each other.
Right. Fair
Yeah.
enough. All right. So now you got Kobe versus LeBron.
I'm biased, man. You can't be like
I am asking you, bro. This is the thing. This is why it would have been fun with everybody for the debate of it, because I already know Trent would have went LeBron.
and so would Johnny.
And Johnny would have went KD over LeBron in 1-on-1 scoring. In a 1v1, Johnny would have took KD. Is why I matched those two up.
Yeah,
Because
but
I knew Trent would take LeBron.
LeBron be
I didn't
playing
know
that prison ball of
I
KD, bro.
didn't I didn't know what side you leaned on because you're pretty unbiased, but I knew Johnny would go KD. I know
No,
he would.
don't get me wrong. I think KD's probably the best scorer in between the two and shooter, but LeBron be playing that. Nah, man.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
taking
I
Kobe
get it.
though. I'm
You're
taking
taking
Kobe though.
Kobe, so
Yeah.
okay. And then it's MJ versus AI.
Well, you know where it's leading all up to, bro.
It's Kobe versus MJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just give it to me. Who is it?
Well, I'm biased, so you already know.
Kobe. All right. So
I'm
this
taking.
one's so you're taking Kobe over everybody. Kobe wins your tournament.
Yep.
Right on.
He's the
All
only
right.
one I've ever heard talk about 101.
Fair enough.
That wasn't really a thing. I've never really heard people talking about Michael playing 101, this and that, but I'm sure
Fair
he'd
enough.
probably give everyone the business.
So this one is duos, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I made this one up, and I did it. I tried to do it without like Shaq. No, there's no Kareem. There's no Shaq. There's no Wilt. Like these big dominant guys are just not in it. So we're start off with MJ and Scotty
Okay.
versus Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars.
Isaiah Thomas, he's the liability on defense. All right, it's MJ and Scotty, bro.
Right, right, right.
Come on now.
This, like I said, this first one's not. Then you got LeBron and Wade versus Paul Pierce and KG. Everybody's in their primes. Everybody.
It's LeBron Wade. I don't know why I'm tripping.
Okay. Then you got Steph and KD versus Kobe and Powell. I'm not putting Shaq in because Shaq would dominate everybody, so I went with Powell.
Oh man, I mean you're
So
putting Powell in there.
I
I
didn't know
mean,
who to. I needed to put Kobe in, and I didn't know who to pair Kobe up with because I wasn't doing
there's an
Shaq.
obvious answer. It's got to be Steph and KD.
It's got to be right. I feel bad for Kobe because I didn't know who to put him with. I
But
couldn't do
then again,
Shaq because
man,
Shaq would dominate everybody.
I mean KD would definitely destroy Powell. Like
Yeah,
I like
but
absolutely dominate him. But
no one's guarding Kobe.
if we're
Kobe would
playing
dominate Steph.
if we're playing like make it take it, we get ball first. I don't know. I don't know. But nah, it's definitely Katie and Steph. I don't even want to hear I don't want to hear Johnny after this and listens to the video and he's like, yo man, like turn this shit off because
Right,
yeah, no,
right.
I'll go with
All right. Last one is AI and Melo versus Tatum and Brown.
ooh, you're getting ooh.
This is my favorite matchup because the one I watched only had the three, so I made this fourth one. Yeah,
Huh.
I didn't create this.
Hmm. See, all of us would probably say the Celtic players, but then all the old heads are like, yo, you guys don't know basketball, so I'll probably say AI. AI. No. Hmm.
Because JT and JB strap,
That's what I'm saying.
but Melo's a fucking bucket,
So
and
is
so is
AI.
AI. And Melo used to play defense.
It just depends when it gets ball for. Man, I'm saying AI Mello. I'm
You
not
take
getting
AI and
roasted.
Melo.
Fuck that.
Okay, so now you got MJ and Scotty versus Steph and KD.
That one's easy. I hate to say it. And you're taking like the best scores, probably top five scores on each side on the Katie and Steph's. I'd still take MJ and Scotty. People sleeping on how good Scotty was.
LeBron and Wade versus AI and Melo.
LeBron and Wade.
Now MJ and Scotty versus LeBron and Wade.
Oh my god. Because Prime Wade was different. I'm probably gonna get roasted for this too. Because I'm going flip floppy. I could borderline see LeBron and Wade beating them. Nah,
Okay.
I'm taking MJ and Pippen. Fuck that. MJ and
Taking
Pippen.
MJ and Pippen.
Yeah, I ain't disrespecting no one. Fuck that.
Okay. Well, Trent, Johnny, I expect answers on this for you guys. So I thought
Donnie,
we'll
you ain't
just.
saying nothing, man. You just let me get roasted. Who would you take? Who's your final duo and who's your winner?
So my final duo was actually
One
MJ
on
and
one.
Scotty.
Start with 1-on-1.
Oh, my final for the one-on-one was KD and MJ.
I respect it. And then
Yeah,
who do you have winning?
mine
Don't
was
say
KD and
KD.
M.
You have KD winning it all?
KD's a 7-footer, bro.
I get it, but he's so skinny.
I get it. I truly
And
do,
and the
but
reason why I say that is because I used to watch these like USA like 1-on-1 drills they used to have, and you had like Drew and PG competing left and right with them,
mhm,
and it's not like he was dominating them. So I'm just like I just know like these like them Kobe's and Mike's would be fucking bullying his ass, bro.
right. But it's I don't know because the way I look at one-on-one is you can say what they want. Like I don't think KD's stopping anybody on that list. but nobody on that list is stopping Kevin Durant except for LeBron. And I don't think LeBron's bag is big enough to get him past KD.
But he would just be bullying him.
But KD's 7 foot. Like, he's a good rim protector. Like, KD is a good defender. He's not elite, but he's a good defender.
It would
Like,
be it would be close.
it'd be close. And I got KD. Like I said, I got KD all the way. And y'all can hate me for saying KD over Kobe and KD over Michael. I don't give a fuck. It's KD all day. As far as scoring goes, I'm taking KD. So I like him in the 1v1 setup because that's how I imagine scoring. Now, in the 2v2, I truly don't fucking know how
Dude,
I
that,
could
that
take
question's so loaded, bro.
the because for me, it would have been a lot different if I would have did it with bigs. Because then, like, Kobe and Shaq would have dominated and it's been ran through and it would have been fun.
Yeah.
But I thought this way it made it more interesting with like, because Steph's a liability on defense. Everybody else on his list. Well, for me, it was between Steph, KD, MJ, Scotty, and LeBron and Wade, right? But
Yeah.
Steph's the only one that doesn't play defense. So for me, he's just gonna get worked. Like, it
That's what
doesn't
I'm
matter. He's
saying.
little. It's in a 2v2 setup. Like, Steph's not staying in front of any of these guys. So they get eliminated for that. So now
Yep.
it's MJ and Scotty versus LeBron and Wade. And if I'm taking prime LeBron and prime Michael, that's 1A, 1B. They're going to go bang for bang, bang for
That's what I'm
bang.
saying. Yeah.
And then you got Scotty, who is going to be guarding Dwayne Wade. Or Scotty's going to be guarding LeBron, and Mike's going to be guarding D Wade. I like their defense over LeBron and Wade's defense as, like, I'm taking MJ and Scotty. Probably a
Dude, people
cop out.
forget Scotty's top 50 player, bro.
Scotty's a dog, bro. He's
Yeah.
a dog.
And
And he's
he's
a
big. That's a big
yes.
boy.
He's a guy that could actually guard and like stand his own with LeBron.
Yeah.
Like LeBron's not bodying Scottie Pippen.
No. And Scotty had a
And
little
and
jumper
D
on him
Wade's
too.
what, like 9 times first team defense or some crazy shit like that.
So I'm saying, man, that shit would be close.
Like it's got to be Mike and Scotty. I don't care. But again, I thought this would be fun because I really do think Trent would have went LeBron and Wade, and I think it'd have been a cool argument. I think it'd have been not an argument, but a cool discussion. That's what I'm saying. So
I
I want
agree.
to hear your guys' answers, and I'm not even gonna say none to you. So hopefully you watch your own fucking podcast.
All
All right,
right.
Ant,
So
run me through this UFC card.
now let's run into some NFL real quick.
Okay.
So the NFL, obviously the combine, it's this week.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm excited.
debating whether or not, since it's just you and I, we can kind of talk about the little news that's going on with our teams, but I'm scared you'll go on this long ass tangent.
I ain't gonna go on a long tangent. I promise you. I promise you.
All right, so the news, because obviously all my buddies are Redskins fans as well, or Commanders, or
Mhm.
whatever you guys are called, football team. But
We're the Commanders.
all my buddies are like swinging from the nutsack of Sam Howell. And then I talked to you and a couple other guys. They're like, I saw a tweet today, and it's like, why would they go starting the season with a fifth round inexperienced quarterback and depend on the entire season on him? And then the news that broke out today is Ron Rivera is, I love him, but he's so like back and forth. He's kind of like a hypocrite. He's
He's
saying
but he's flip flopper. He doesn't stand on
he's
nothing
like
he
we
says.
love him, we have all the faith in him, but he's not a quarter. He's not our he's our QB1, but he won't start. He has to earn it. And I'm just like, I get what you're trying to do, but you're not portraying it in the right ways.
Bro, you have two options. One, you back your guy and that's your guy.
That's it.
Or two, you say, no, we're still looking for a quarterback just like we did last year. And you make an offseason move or you move up in the draft to get one. You
You
can't
got
be like, he's my QB1, but he's got
yeah.
to earn a starter. If he's your QB1, that is your fucking starter. I hate Ron. I think he does not talk well. I think he does not instill confidence in his guys. I can't stand Ron Rivera.
Are
I'm
you
so
guys
ready. I am so ready for him to be gone. It's crazy.
are you guys re-signing Taylor Heineke? Because
I doubt it. I
I
think I
think you
think
guys only have one QB on the roster right now, don't you? That's it. No
yeah.
Wentz, no Heineke.
But I think Heineke's gonna go with Mr. Scott Turner. Scott Turner brought him to Minnesota. He brought him to Carolina. He brought him to Washington. So I think
So I'm
Taylor is
assuming
gonna
you guys
ride
will.
with Scott. I think we use a draft pick and we get another quarterback.
How high?
It's debatable. I mean, we got to see what these guys do. That's why I'm excited for the combine. I would love to see Bryce Young because he's gonna fall. So I wouldn't be if Bryce Young or Anthony Richardson fall to Washington, Ron
At
Rivera
16.
Ron Rivera will make that move. Bryce Young, I really think is going to fall, bro, because
I agree. I agree. I
he's
agree on that.
undersized and now he's not willing to throw in the combine.
Yeah,
Why?
man. But in every quarterback is.
Every quarterback's throwing but you, like, and you're not that guy.
Hold on. So 16. Dude, I still see you guys like if you guys want a quarterback, I see you trading up.
Okay, but if I'm not okay with trading up to get a quarterback, one of those guys falls to 16, we take him. If not, Hendon Hooker, third round, fourth round.
And then
We
you gotta
get a
sign like
we get a compensatory pick for Brandon Scherf this year, so that's a free pick for us.
yeah,
Go ahead and use that on a quarterback. And then we'll sign a
a
Jacoby
vet,
Brissett, a Andy Dalton, somebody like that.
maybe a Tannehill if he gets released.
No, I don't want Tannehill. I don't, because Tannehill, the second Sam Howell does not play well, it's going to be
He will.
start Tannehill,
Yep.
and I don't want that. If we don't take an Anthony Richardson or a Bryce Young in the first round, because those are the only two guys I see falling to 16. If we don't get one of those two guys, Sam Howell is our starter day one,
What about
and
Derek Carr?
he gets. I don't want him. I'm tired of the vets. I'm tired of it, bro. We have tried it over and over and over again. Give me a young guy. See what the fuck he's got. If he
I
doesn't
agree.
have it, next year we try again.
I
And you
agree.
just draft.
I agree.
How many teams got their franchise quarterback through free agency? Think about
Seahawks.
think about franchise quarterbacks.
Seahawks.
How many got them through free agency? Like, let's be
None.
realistic.
None.
Everybody's drafted their own guy. So if you're not gonna hit if Sam Howell isn't it, guess what? Next year you draft one.
Yeah.
And then you give that guy a year, 2 years, 3 years. If that's not it, you do another one.
I agree.
I don't want to hear this you're wasting talent shit that I keep hearing. Like, you need a quarterback because Washington's so talented, this, that, the seventh. Yes and no, bro. Like, we looked good last year without quarterback play. We had the easiest fucking schedule in the NFL last year. We played
True.
the NFC South, the NFC North, and the AFC South. We played nobody last year. Nobody. Everybody's gonna look good against that schedule. So this year, I want to see what we got. I'm excited. I don't think we are gonna ball out, but we'll talk about that when we get closer to the NFL season. But yeah,
Okay.
that's it. I like that we got Eric Bieniemy. I think it's a great step for us.
I just want to
So
see if he lives up to the hype.
I don't give a shit if he does or not, truthfully.
But it's a great ass signing, so it
It's a
is what it
great
is.
signing. It puts a name there because, like I said, this is Ron's last year.
I think he'll be the next head coach.
Unless we win a playoff game, Ron Rivera's gone.
Yeah.
As long Dan Snyder, I don't give a fuck about it. Dan Snyder, sell the fucking team, bro. Just sell the fucking team. That's all I gotta say. Your turn.
I hope he's not a dick and ruins your future and then just sells the team.
He could ruin the next 5 years for
That's the
Washington.
Snyder thing. That's the Snyder.
If Snyder ruins the next 5 years, guess what? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because he's already ruined the last 30. What's five
What's
more?
the difference? Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, on the Carolina side, I'm real hyped about our offense coordinator. We got him from the Rams. He's similar to your offense coordinator, who's kind of like the assistant head coach.
Mhm.
Rumor has it he's close to Jalen Ramsey, even though they're shutting down those rumors. They're saying that
Yeah.
we might trade for him, pair him up with JC Horn. I would give my left testicle if that for that to happen. But I think we're in the same boat as you guys, to be honest. Like, I understand they're obsessed with CJ Stroud, and if they are, trade up. It is what it is. Make sure we grab him. But this whole letting him fall shit, if you're gonna try to hope that he falls, then I don't want him because it's not gonna happen.
See, the difference between you guys and us, not to cut you off, is you guys got your new you got your new owner, you got a brand new front office, brand new head coach, brand new OC.
It goes with it.
You need your quarterback now. Washington is still with their old front office. We still have our old head coach.
Dude, I get it. Yeah.
So once that's gone, then it's yes, go get your quarterback. But I don't want Ron Rivera getting my quarterback of the future if he's not going to be a part of the future anyway. Because now you're just tying the next guy to a quarterback that they didn't pick, and that never works well. So
yeah, and we hired hella coaches that I love. Like, there's so many good coaches.
oh, you
on
guys
our
balled
staff.
the fuck out this offseason. Your
like
staff hires were crazy.
dude, crazy. And
it was almost as good as the Broncos.
Unless they know like a veteran, unless we're aiming for a veteran quarterback that he likes, go grab CJ Stroud. And if not, and this is just in an ideal world, which is not realistic, unless Matt Corral is like begging for his life, because he's similar to a Sam Howell, and we just let him try out this year. The ninth pick, in my opinion, I would love, and I hate Chuba Hubbard. Donta Foreman's dope. I would
Don't say
love a
Bijan
Bijan
Robinson.
Robinson. I
Don't
would
say Bijan
love that at the
Robinson.
ninth pick. I would love that, but it's
Y'all
not gonna
got
happen.
actual holes to fill, and you trying to get a running back?
I mean, our holes aren't as big as you think, bro. Our offensive line like drastically got better last year.
Yeah, they did. They
Our
improved.
defense is young and only growing. I would say probably go for a middle linebacker because I don't really think they're gonna try to keep Shaq just because his contract and demands are just a little too high.
What about your second corner?
Um,
Opposite JC Horn.
I mean, they've all been dog shit. So I mean, if we trade for Jalen, I would.
I can't believe Burns. Who's on the other side of Burns?
We got this boy. His name's Toto or Tutu or something like that. He was like top 20 in forced tackles and sacks.
Okay,
Yeah,
decent.
actually, don't I don't mind him, but he was a high head. I think he was like top 10 in flags too.
Okay.
He's always like fighting people and shit for no reason.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like the key positions you guys need.
Jeremy
And
Chin, yeah.
I like him. I like JC Horn. I like Burns.
I'm hearing a lot of rumors that people want us to trade DJ Moore, and I'm just like, dude, the wide receiver class this year is.
If you, I mean, think about it. To get CJ Stroud, you'd probably have to send DJ Moore to Chicago.
I don't want the first pick.
Why?
We're probably gonna have to give 2 or 3 first round picks,
Where do you think CJ Stroud's going?
and probably Brian Burns or DJ Moore.
Where?
Dude, after seeing these odds, I'm seeing Anthony Richardson's odds get cut in
Okay,
half.
but
I'm seeing Will.
who's the second pick? The Texans. Who's the third pick?
Yo, but the thing is, they're throwing so many smoke screens. Who knows what's going on? Because I heard they were obsessed with Bryce Young. Now they're not. Like,
But what I'm saying is the
yeah,
first four teams need court, or the first three teams need
I would
quarterbacks.
hope that we
So if
can
you
trade
want
up to
CJ
like.
Stroud, you got to get ahead of those guys.
Well, I'm hoping we can go up to like the fourth because the asking
One
price
of
is
those
like the
guys will be there, but it won't be CJ
yeah.
Stroud.
Fuck. And then fuck it. I don't want to suck dick.
I
I
was gonna
want.
say because I think you have to trade up with Chicago because realistically, I think the Texans take CJ Stroud if he's on the board.
Yeah,
They
but
already had.
I heard
They
I heard they
already. Go ahead.
are they're not fucking selling that pick either.
The Texans?
Yeah,
Who are they selling it to?
us.
Yeah, right.
I don't
That
want
makes
that first
sense.
pick. Fuck that shit. But I heard we're definitely one of the teams to watch out for.
Oh yeah, you guys are definitely
I
moving up.
get it though.
Even if it's not there, I think if CJ Stroud or Will Levis goes first, I think Carolina's front office is okay with either one of those guys.
I don't want a Bryce Young. I don't want a Will Levis. I don't want an Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, so you're
CJ
CJ
Stroud. That's
Stroud or
it.
nobody,
That's
but I'm
it.
saying
Yeah,
your
or
front office would
bust.
be cool with Levis or
It
Stroud.
doesn't fit the Frank Wright. I mean, I guess Levis. Not.
Levis does, bro. Levis
Yeah,
fits that
the
shit.
Andrew Luck shit. Yeah,
Yes, bro. The
it's
Carson Wentz, like, yes, he
those
fits
two
that.
bit. But if those don't fall or we don't go for those guys, I don't see an Anthony Richardson fitting in a Frank Wright offense. I don't see
I
a
no.
fucking Bryce Young fitting that offense.
No, that's what I'm saying. You guys are going CJ Stroud or Will Levis. So I think you'll let whoever takes one take one,
Or we
and
just
then you
run Matt
guys move
Corral.
up.
I'm cool with it. Anyways, but yeah, I'm actually. I mean, I've been. Whatever they do, I'll have the faith behind it because I didn't expect them to do a turnaround with the coaching staff like they did this year, and I'm just already blown away. So they're already in the right direction.
Yeah, let's be honest. You guys made a lot of moves. You got a lot of draft capital back. You
So it
guys
is.
can
I
build
mean,
this
that
team. If you don't do it this year, you'll be a good team in 2 to 3 years.
yeah, we got
Maybe not this
decent
season, but
comp from the fucking 49ers, so I'm not even mad at all.
for a running back, fucking right, you did.
Dude, we like highway robbery.
Yeah,
So
straight up. That shit was crazy. So is that what you're gonna be watching for in the combine? You're not really worried about skill positions other than
I
quarterback?
haven't really got to look at positional plays. I
Okay.
know whenever I mean it's so biased, but whenever the combine comes, unless there's like a really standout defensive player like a Will Anderson or one of these corners or
Mhm.
safeties, I always look at like I always tend to just gravitate to quarterbacks and wideouts.
Yeah,
And
I feel
wideouts
that.
this year, in all honesty, they're all big bodies, but I'm not impressed by like any of them. And I actually kind of like some of those Ohio State wide receivers. When I'm looking at these draft rankings, they have them like 5 and 6 and further down. And I'm just like, I thought they were hyped before the season started. So they got that boy from I think whatchamacallit, TCU is the number one wide receiver.
I know who you're talking about. I wish Johnny was on here for this. He'd go fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's the big boy. His name's Quentin Johnston. I mean, he was cool. I mean, he was good. Like I said, this is like Johnny's forte, so this is something we probably look
Yeah,
more.
I'm not trying to dive too into it. I just wanted to know what
Let's
you
say
wanted,
this: the one
what
thing
you
I
were
did
looking
see,
for.
I'm assuming. I mean, it's an anomaly. I don't see it happening for a while, but um, Vegas believes that no one's going to come close to John Ross's 40-yard time. So just letting you know,
Okay.
because they have a bet if someone will break that, and it's like a hard no. So
Wow.
let's see. I'm gonna pull up. I mean, we're borderline almost through it. I'll make a quick and easy segment. I know I'm starting to kind of dip a little bit, see if we can pull any heads out of the bushes when it comes to other sports. I know baseball's right around the corner. I'll throw a couple of insides of that. But the UFC, I know I harp on it. I know Trent's pretty big. We're trying to get Donovan to dip his toes in it as well. The guy that literally got me into watching this in general over boxing, I used to be a big boxing fan. My childhood hero is coming back, making his long return in Johnny Bones Jones. His brother Arthur Jones used to play for the Ravens. I met him a couple times. He's dope. Chandler Jones. I mean, that family's a bunch of.
Fucking freaks.
I don't know how that came out of one person, but I mean, I know
I
I
didn't
say
know
this
they were
every
all related. That's crazy.
yeah, crazy.
That's
And I think there's
wow.
another brother, and he's just as big, but I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But yeah, this card is absolutely insane. If there's one that anyone who's not really familiar with UFC want to dip their toes in on just like a chill Saturday night, it's this weekend. It's the weekend of, I would say, they're either banger fights or they're household names or they're like the biggest upcoming prospects for the UFC.
Yep.
So like, for example, I mean, obviously you got Johnny Jones and the Valentina Shevchenko. They're the main event belt fights. The biggest prospects you have, it's probably the biggest prospect ever to come in the UFC. It's this American named Bo Nickel.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he went to Penn State. I could be bullshitting, but he's like the best American wrestler of all time, Olympic wise. And he's like minus 1600 in his debut fight.
Jesus Christ. He's about to
And
just wrestle the fuck out of this dude.
he's like a redhead frotch, and he literally just beats down. He wrestle fucks people. And then
That's crazy.
obviously you got the guy that everyone's hyped of in Ireland. They're saying he's the next Conor McGregor. You have this guy named Ian Gary. He doesn't talk as much, but he's a great fighter. And then
It
I
sounds
mean,
like a good fight.
there's guys named Shavkat. I mean, he's the next big thing. I mean, there's so many big fights that like you're literally gonna be someone's getting knocked out every fight. So if you want to just chill from like 6:30 on, grab a couple beers, a couple pizzas with your boys, you're gonna see some fun. You're gonna see some blood this
I like
weekend.
the sound of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but Bo Nickel, remember that name?
Bo
That's
Nickel.
Bo Nickel. He's like a white guy with the red hair, and he's just supposed to be like the next monster.
All right. Well, I'll definitely be hitting you up on Saturday, figuring out a nice little parlay I should put together for that. Cause I ain't never really bet on the UFC shit other than when I took the one dude's takedowns and he finished with one. And I was pissed. That was at one and
I
a half.
mean,
And I was like, oh, that's free. He's a wrestler.
hey,
Motherfucker finished with one
whenever
takedown.
UFC pick of mine is in the parlay, man, it don't miss. So
There you go.
it's fun. But
That's facts though. I don't think you've missed one all year. The
I
UFC.
won't, and I won't either. So usually it's,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll just jump into the no nonsense parlay. I mean, I did agree with Trent's leg, but once again, Mr. Springs kind of let us down.
Bruh.
I mean, it was the right play too, but
Trenton. I told y'all last time on the pod,
we were so biased. We
all
were
the
so
money is on
biased.
Jake Paul.
I
All that
know,
money was
I
on him,
know,
bro.
I
Vegas ain't getting
know,
that kind of bread ever.
I know. But we fell short by one leg.
That shit was
Everyone's
too
smacked
free.
there. It's pretty easy. I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna lie
bro.
to you.
Everyone hit first halves.
Then this parlay
Actually, I
this
lied.
week,
Johnny's was not easy. The Sixers came back.
oh,
They should
some
have
crazy
lost.
shit.
They
Yeah,
should have lost.
it was thrilling. It was
Oh,
awesome.
it was fun. It was fun.
And then obviously we'll just jump into this week's parlay. I think this one, these next couple of weeks until the playoffs start, I mean, we're gonna be kind of finding different places we can to get there.
Yeah, bro.
This week, I mean, I know me and Trent are really heavy on UFC, so I got Johnny Bones Jones. I think you're gonna see some flying knee or some crazy choke. Sub plus 700 is my favorite bet already for the week. And then you got Cody Garbrandt, sweet chin. I love him, but he literally has no chin. So I'm hoping Trent has faith.
I mean, Trent's got faith if you put that in.
I mean, I have faith in him too, but the guy he's fighting could easily put him to sleep.
I don't know shit about it, but I'll be riding for those guys. That's for damn sure.
And then I'm sure we'll get Johnny's leg later in the week. But Donna, I mean, I can count on you usually when it comes to these legs anyway. So
I've been, bro. But the thing is without the NFL here, it is so easy to put a leg in because the NFL puts their lines up, and it's easier for me to go through it. But with the NBA, with there being games on Wednesday, the lines aren't even open for
until like
or
late in the
on
night.
Tuesday. They're not even open for Wednesday. Like I literally put up 3 games. There's no point lines.
Yeah.
I got two games to choose from right now for player props. That's all I got. Is 2 games. So
Hold on, let me
these
see.
with these 2 games, I got the Suns and the Hornets, and I got the Celtics and the Cavs. Oh, I got Philly and Miami now. But I don't like these lines for Philly and Miami. I don't.
If I was you, I'd just take a side.
Yeah, but
Damn.
I am going to take Darius Garland, PRA, 29.5. Yeah.
I mean, it's solid. He's always dependable. He ain't no coin snatcher, is what we call them. He ain't no coin snatcher.
Nah. And I told you I put in my top 5 scoring. When I go with DG, he hasn't let me down this season. He's definitely not Halliburton. He is not on my no bet list. I will never bet Halliburton again after tonight. So there's that. I was really hoping I had a line for the Grizzlies and the Rockets. You just watched Dame drop 70 on the Rockets, and the last time Ja played the Rockets, he put a 40 spot on her head. So
Point guards. Yeah.
I love Ja's points tomorrow. But I can't put that as my leg because I don't know what his line's at. So I'm not gonna say I love it and then they bump his line to 30 because he just dropped 40 tonight. I'm not doing that. But if it's anything sub 30, take Ja's points. Say
Oh
that.
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, DGPRA 29.5, that's free. He'll get at least 20, 25 in points. Then we're just riding from there. So
I like it.
yes, sir.
Sounds like a plan to me. Um, yeah. All right. So
Go ahead
yeah,
and
this is
pencil
more of a
that in.
shorter episode. Obviously, it's we held it down for the rest of the guys. We'll be at full strength next week. Hey, enjoy the fight card this weekend. NFL Combine coming up. I'm super excited for that. I mean, we got spring training. We got the Arnold Palmer class. I mean, there's other sports I'll be dabbling in, but yeah, catch us next week, and yeah, we'll pick up from there.
Catch y'all later. Hey, tune into the combine. I'm talking about that next week for sure.
Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna dive deep in that shit.
Easy.
Dude.